Hi guys, I'm Jake Josephs and this is 5 things that you can do to help your mental health during this time of isolation. Now, it's a difficult time in the world right now. Everybody is struggling in every country in the world due to the coronavirus, and it is affecting mental health survivors all over the world. So I want to bring a video to you guys today with 5 different things that you can do to try and improve your mental health during this time. People are stressed out because they can't get basic essentials and basic household items. You know, toilet roll, nothing's on the shelves, milk, bread. Pick the basic things you go down the road to the shop for every day. People are struggling to get, and small things are having an effect on people's mental health. So this video, I'm hoping, will bring you some stuff that you can do just to try and make things a little bit easier. So number 5, exercise. Guys, I've stressed this on my videos before, and I know some people physically can't do exercises due to their disabilities, but for the people that can, exercise can improve and will improve your mental health. This is fact. This has been scientifically proven, and I've stressed this on videos before, and I've done this myself, and I fall into a pattern where I stop exercising for a while and then I start exercising again, because I have a bit of trouble sometimes with keeping up with a routine that I put in place for myself. I've got this impulsive personality where if I want to try something new, I don't think it through properly, and I end up ruining the routine I previously have, and then I have to make a new routine. I always get back into a routine I feel comfortable with eventually, but exercise is an important part of that routine. Even if it's just jogging on the spot in your kitchen or your bedroom for 30 minutes per day, it makes you sweat, it makes you feel good about yourself. Back exercises, ab exercises, all of these things you can do from the comfort of your own home, in your back garden. And if you go onto YouTube and type in Athlean-X, he's a YouTuber who's been doing it for years, and he trains all the big stars all over the world. And he's recently just released a bunch of videos of the specific exercises that you can do to improve your mental health. So number 4, reading and writing, and this might sound really basic, but this is the point of the video. These are just small things that you can do that will improve your mental health. And number 4 is definitely reading and writing. Now, if you can do this when you first wake up in the morning, your brain is at its most creative peak when you wake up in the morning, because you're fresh and you're rested from the night before. So if you just get a blank piece of paper and a pen, and you could write down your thoughts, you write down your feelings, you could write things that have happened to you in your life. And you know, if you don't feel confident enough to come out and talk openly about these things, and you can just write it down on a piece of paper, pull it in a folder and pull it in the drawer, and you never know, it might help you to get things off your chest and express yourself in a completely different way. Number 3, this one's really important, guys. Be careful what you're reading on the internet and follow exactly what the government is telling you to do. Now, it is really important to follow exactly what the government is telling us, because we all need to work together through this difficult time of this coronavirus. And we need to be unified, so we need to follow the rules, and it's as simple as that, guys. Like you do any other day, follow the damn law and listen to the government and listen to what they're telling you. Now, they've released a lot of stuff on national health websites. You can go on the actual government websites themselves. For the UK, it's gov.uk. You go onto that website and every bit of information you need to know is on there. So when you're scrolling through Facebook and you're seeing all these stories of fake news reports or confirmed deaths, or people making silly little jokes about the coronavirus, because at this point it's not a joke, all these jokes are not funny. It's just not funny anymore. This is a serious thing. So be careful what you're reading on the internet, and be careful because there's people out there that will have their conspiracy theories, and everybody is entitled to their own opinions. But when it comes to mental health survivors, you just need to be careful what you're saying to people, and especially if you have a friend or a family member that suffers with their mental health and you don't, and you believe in certain things, just be careful what you're saying around them, because this is a really delicate time for people's mental health. And for the mental health survivors out there, if you know that something's going to trigger you, then you need to avoid that situation. if you've got friends or family members, or you are looking at these things on Facebook, you need to try and avoid it as much as possible. And if that actually means for the time period, for the next few months, leaving social media, then that's something you might have to do to improve your mental health. If social media is bringing your mood down and having an effect on you, then it might be time to consider deactivating your Facebook for a while and just relaxing at home and following anything I'm saying on these videos about how to improve your mental health, or follow exactly the government guidelines on the government websites, and avoid fake stories. Please avoid all the fake shit that you're seeing on Facebook at the moment. And number 2, set targets for yourself and start planning for the future, because at some point this coronavirus is going to phase out. We will get rid of this and it will end, but the worrying thing to come after that is how it's going to affect the economy. So there's a good chance that the whole world is going to enter some kind of recession when this virus comes to an end, and it's going to continue to be a difficult time. But what we can do during the meantime is start to plan for the future. If you set yourself small targets and you reach those targets over the next few months, instead of rushing to get things done, this is a perfect opportunity to sit back and think, where do I want to be in 5 years' time? Can I get there, and how do I get there? And set yourself small targets to lead to an eventual long-term target, because it's important to plan for the future. And for us mental health survivors, the future is going to be difficult for us, just like the present, just like the past. So this might give us an opportunity, while the world is on standstill, for us to catch up and for us to start planning our own futures. You know, if you're considering a career change, or you're considering going back to college, this is the perfect opportunity to start looking at courses. Now, there's a good chance you're not going to be able to enroll onto these courses for the next 6 months or so, but getting yourself prepared can go a long way for when these courses come back. And when they do come back around, there's going to be so many people that will want to get onto these courses and that will want to apply for these new jobs. It's best to try and get yourself as prepared as possible for the future. And number 1, guys, you can still help other people during this time. And I've expressed this on previous videos, but if you, no matter what your opinion on this coronavirus or isolation is, whether you think it's one big joke or whether you're taking it seriously or whatever, you know, we're all entitled to have our own opinions. But you can still help people during this time. We have to pull together. This is not a joke anymore. There are people that are going out of their way to ignore government guidelines, and they're still going out drinking, and they're still trying to be involved in mass gatherings. And the truth is, guys, if you contract this coronavirus because you haven't listened to the government, you're potentially putting your children's lives at risk. You're putting your parents' lives at risk, your grandparents' lives at risk, strangers' children's lives at risk. It's a very, very serious thing. So you need to follow these guidelines. And yes, we're all in isolation right now and we're all struggling, but we can still help other people. If you've got too much of one item, give the spare to somebody else. If there's an elderly person down the road, offer to do their shopping for them, offer to cut their garden, you know, something that some people are not going to be able to help these people during this time, and the government's trying the best they can. Everybody's trying the best they can, and that should be including yourself. If you can physically help somebody, my advice would be to try and help somebody. Even if you just talking to somebody on the internet and they need somebody to talk to because they haven't got anybody right now, their support workers might not be able to get to them. The carers might not be able to get to them. They might not be able to get to the shop. They might not be able to even cook for themselves. There is so much things we can do to help other people, and we need to start doing them. The quicker we pull together, the quicker this can all go away and we can start getting back to our normal lives. This is not a time to not be unified. We have to unify right now and come together. It's as simple as that. No matter where you're from in the world, no matter what race you are, what sexuality you are, what gender you are, none of this matters anymore. We have to pull together and stop hating each other and thinking this is a big joke. I've said before on this video, you are entitled to your own opinion, but I believe, in my opinion, that we should all be taking this a lot more seriously at this point. But anyway, that's just 5 things that you can try to do to improve your mental health during this time, and I hope this video has helped you. And I've got an itchy nose right now.